Welcome to Traxos Tool Time. As far as our opening hand goes, yeah, I think I like this. We've got Waste, Mox Opal, yeah, we'll keep on this one. Got Cloud Key, we can get some nice reduced cost off of our artifacts, and then Monolith, and also we've got the brand new Ugin in here, so hopefully we can have some fun and play against the Mimeoplasm, everybody's favorite 1960s horror monster. So, and then Mox Opal, yeah, we can definitely get that affinity going with Mox Opal, so pretty nice little opening hand. I like that. Typically, when you're playing a colorless deck like Traxos, you want to make sure that you've got enough lands in here. It's a little hard to get some good mana ramp going sometimes. So let's go Desert. And just in case we're running into some sort of hand disruption, we'll go for Mox Opal. We'll get that down, and then we'll go and pass the turn over to our opponent. So we're playing Traxos, Mr. Tooltime himself, Trample. Traxos enters the battlefield tapped and does not untap during our untap step. Then, whenever you cast a historic spell, untap Traxos. Playing against the Mimeoplasm. As the Mimeoplasm enters the battlefield, you may exile 2 creature cards from graveyards. If you do, Mimeoplasm enters the battlefield as a copy of one of the cards, and then it gets counters equal to the power of the other card. So, I've read Mimeoplasm enough to where I can just, I've got it memorized in a roundabout way. Nothing for 3. If you're gonna pray to the magic gods, if you're keeping score at home, please pray to the magic gods that we run into a 3rd land, because that'll really get us down. We'll get Monolith down, we can get down Ugin, and that'll give us a wonderful reduced cost on our colorless spell. So we did cover both commanders. Give a quick shout out to our sponsors, MTGOTraders. They got you covered for any sort of Magic Online needs. Shout out to Inked Gaming for any sort of playmat needs that you may have. Use coupon code JOLT, or we're gonna go Monolith. Yeah, I think that'll be good. So we go Monolith, that'll be 2 more, and then we can go for Ugin the following turn. Yeah, let's go for that. So we go Monolith. And then next turn, we can go Hedron Archive. Yeah, I think I kind of like that. We can go Hedron Archive. Or if you run into another artifact, that'll at least turn on Mox Opal. And then once we go for Ugin, that'll be pretty good. But yeah, shout out to Ink Gaming. Use coupon code JOLT to get 10% off, or search JOLT539 on the website to see my playmats. And last but not least, I started a Patreon. So if you'd like to get your names at the beginning or the ending of the videos, be sure to hit up the Patreon. And if you don't, hey, no problem at all. I completely understand. Just tell somebody about the channel. So I'm much obliged on that, either way. So we do run into Azor's Gateway, which we go for that off Monolith. That's going to be 1 mana, 2 off of Mox Opal. I think we need to go Ugin. Yeah, because we can just dump everything out of our hands. That's going to be 1, 2, 3. I like that. 1, 2, 3, and that'll still turn on Mox Opal for us once we get down Azor's Gateway with that reduced cost. So look at this. Hopefully our opponent doesn't have a counter spell. I just now realized there's a lot of blue over there and they pass the turn really quick. So hopefully we can get down to Ugin, because I love whenever we add new cards to a deck. I love getting to play it. There we go. All right, so we get Ugin down. Let's go for the +1. Exile the top card of our library and be able to create a 2/2 colorless spirit token. And then if it ends up leaving the battlefield, then we can put it back under our hand. But look at that art. Love that. I like the all right, so we end up with this. Oh, look at that token. That looks good. And then a Book of Wrath on the bottom. We go for Azor's Gateway. And that's going to, I think that's going to put Hedron Archive. No, we can't cast it. It's just going to, we have to pay 2 mana, so we don't have enough for that. But what we can do is we can draw a card and exile that. So, in fact, let's just go ahead and do that right now. Draw a card, then exile a card from our hand. Blink Moth Urn. Yeah, since we're going to get down a Cloud Key, Hedron, yeah, we can actually just get rid of Blink Moth Urn, and then we'll go and pass the turn over our opponent. But yes, that is it was sponsored. It is officially free time. We can have some fun. But yeah, I always like getting down a brand new card in the deck. I don't know, it always feels kind of fun to be playing with some new cards from the set. But yeah, past weekend was pre-release, so if you want to tell me about your pre-release, I would love to hear about that. And if I've already said that, I'm recording all day on Sunday, so this is kind of one of those like... if you hear me talk about it in another video, if you want to tell me again, or maybe you didn't hear it in the other video, so be it. Let's go Urza's Factory. Then hopefully our opponent's going to be able to get some of their mana going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They don't really have a ton of graveyard options going. Let's go for the +1, and we'll exile another effect with the Ugin. And that's going to be Trading Post. Okay, so we go Traxos. It's going to be reduced for 2. We can go for Hedron Archive to untap Traxos. And then we go for Cloud Key. Actually, yeah, let's just go and exile with the Azor's. Do we want to get rid of Urza's Power Plant? Yeah, actually, no, we'll go and get rid of Cloud Key. I mean, we could hold on to that, but I kind of like that. So let's go and swing it for 2 with the Spirit Token. and then knock our opponent down to 27, then we'll go and pass the turn. So at least next turn we do have Traxos swinging in. We can go for Mirror Battlefield, end up with a lot of mirrors on the battlefield and kind of rebound from that. And then worst case scenario, we can at least go for a Hedron Archive to kind of cash in a little bit of card draw, especially with that nice reduced cost. But yeah, we got some good stuff in here. I might end up splicing together a Traxos video, kind of depends on how this video plays out, so I'll at least kind of talk about some of the new cards. You may hear them again in a later Traxos video, but we added the Blasting Zone, Emergent Zone, the new Ugin, and added the new Karn, which so... thankfully we got down the new Ugin, which is pretty cool. And then Hangerback Walker. So let's go and push in with the entire crew at this point. That's going to be 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's kind of one of the cool things about the new Ugin is that we can end up with some pretty cool little spirit tokens, and if something happens to them, we have some good insurance policies against a board wipe. So let's go and go Ugin +1, exile the top card of our library, especially if you get some sort of sack outlet going. That's pretty cool. 5 or more converted mana cost, so let's go. Urza's Power Plant. And let's just go for a really nice Hedron Archive. Hangerback Walker, excuse me. Okay, so we're going to go for a really good Hangerback Walker. That's going to be a 5/5, and that'll untap Traxos too, so we can swing in for next turn. And then anything else, we'll want to kick it back over to our opponent. So hopefully they get something going, but I still may end up posting this video just to kind of show off the Ugin effect, because sometimes it's hard to get a pretty good Traxos showing going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. We run into Mana Crypt, so let's go and swing across with the entire crew. It's going to be 2, 4, 6, 11. And I think that's going to be lethal, so we'll see if they have anything to show for it. Alright, so we knock our opponent down to -2, and our opponent just popped in the chat that they were kind of strapped on mana. Yeah, that's a little bit of a bummer, so I always hate kind of posting videos where our opponent's mana screwed. But with these Traxos videos, sometimes it's hard to get like a good long Traxos video. And so I usually end up having to kind of hobble together a bunch of different Traxos videos. So we might end up kind of splicing these together. But you can definitely see where, especially the new Ugin in a colorless deck, giving that reduced 2 mana cost, it's such a nice effect. And then, like I mentioned, if some sort of board wipe happens, we can just, something happens to these spirit tokens, we get trading posts back, or simply just, let's say that we have trading post down, then we start sacrificing some of these creatures. Well, can we sacrifice a creature with that? Yeah, so we can sacrifice the spirit token, start bringing stuff back. It's just kind of a unique way for colorless stuff to kind of end up with some card draw. But shout out to our opponent. Unfortunately, they were a little bit mana screwed, but I kind of want to show off the new Ugin, so I'll probably end up posting this video. So if you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. Thanks. Bye. Welcome to Traxos Tool Time. Hope you're excited to get your Tool Time grunt on. As far as our opening hand goes, yes, we'll keep on this one. We have 3 lands. We have some good universal removal. Actually, you can kind of see how, playing a Traxos deck, if you've never seen a just all artifact deck, or at least a colorless deck, is the going rate for any sort of destruction is 7 mana. Kind of talk about that in a second. Let's go Seagate Wreckage. Yeah, we'll do that. Seagate Wreckage. We'll go get down Relic of Progenitus. Yeah, that'll be good. Get down Relic, and then anything else, we'll go and pass turn to our opponent. But yeah, you can see where 7 mana is the standard going rate for getting rid of anything. 7 mana instant, exile target permanent, 7 mana artifact permanent, enters the battlefield, or just 7 mana activation. 7 mana sacrifice all color permanents. Either way, that's the going rate. If you ever wonder what the going rate was, let's go Cradle of the Accursed, and we want to go Sunset Pyramid because we want to get some scrying going. So we're going to go Sunset Pyramid. We'll get that down and then kick it back over to our opponent. So we're playing Traxos, the official Tool Time man right here. Trample whenever Traxos enters the battlefield. Traxos enters the battlefield tapped and does not untap during your untap step. Then whenever you cast a historic spell, which is an artifact or a planeswalker, or a legendary creature, we can untap Traxos and have some fun. We've got some pretty good deserts in our hand at this point right now. So we go Dunes of the Dead. Yeah, because I think we go Universal Solvent. That's going to allow us to go Sunset Pyramid to at least remove a brick counter and draw a card. Yeah, I kind of like that. We'll do that. Playing gets Uril, the Mist Stalker. I think that's how you say it. Hexproof when it gets +2/+2 for each aura attached to it. And it's been a good minute since we've played against him. It's always fun playing against an Enchantress build. If that's an Enchantress build, we'll see what our opponent, what sort of build they have. But, we auto-yielded through that Sunset Pyramid. I'm sorry to all the technical players. Sorry about that. That kills me too. I don't like when stuff like that happens. Let's go Urza's Factory. It's just a bummer. It is. We'll go with Traxos. That could have been an extra card draw. So we would have dug just a little bit deeper, but we'll try to make up for it next turn. And then I kick it back over there. So we did cover both commanders. Let's give a quick shout out to our sponsors, MTGOTraders. If you saw the Pro Tour this past week and you play some Modern, Swords to Plowshare. Well, at least you gain a little bit of life off that. If you want to play some Modern, after watching the last Pro Tour, and you build your Tron, anything like that, be sure to check out MTGOTraders. I got you covered for Modern. If you want to play Commander, multiplayer Commander, 1v1 Commander, if you want to play Penny Dreadful. If you don't know what Penny Dreadful is, it is all the cards are 1 penny. So you can literally buy a Magic Online account and just play whatever sort of Penny Dreadful you want, and every single card is a penny. So you're looking at 60 cents for a deck. So it's a wonderful way to play Magic and kind of introduce some really interesting kind of deck requirements and deck constraints, because you can end up with some really powerful cards on Magic Online that are simply just a penny. So, and if you want to know more about it, I do have a Discord set up. Hit up Eli, and I'm sure that he would love to tell you about it. Eli has his own channel, 2 Cardboard Confrontation, so which he does have a lot of Penny Dreadful stuff out there. So if you want to see some of that gameplay, be sure to check out Eli's channel. Pretty cool thing to see. So we run into Sad Robot, and yeah, I think we want to go Sad Robot because that's going to give us a little bit of extra card draw. And then, yeah, we can actually, if our opponent ends up building up some really nice options with Miststalker, what we can end up doing is simply going for all this dust. And if they dump a lot more stuff out there, that at least allows us to kind of hit the reset button. So let's use Sad Robot's ability. We're going to grab ourselves a waste that's going to enter the battlefield. And then anything else, we're going to kick it back over to our opponent because that was all the land drops. And then we still have 2 mana for that. Gets +2/+2 for each. Yeah, so at this point right now, we can still at least block with Sad Robot to cash in a card draw, and we'll see what else they kind of roll out. But yeah, long story short, check out MTGOTraders. Have some fun. Let's give a shout out to inkgaming.com. You can use coupon code JOLT to get 10% off your order, or you can type in JOLT539 in the search option on the website, and you can see all the playmats that I have available that I've designed. I did commission a Church of Athreos playmat. We've got Gonti, the Scry, the Scurry, the Fever playmat. Just a lot of fun stuff. So be sure to check that out. And last but not least, I started a Patreon. So if you'd like to contribute to that, if you want to get your name at the beginning or the ending of the each of my gameplay videos for the month, you can certainly do that. And if you don't, no problem at all. Just mention the channel to somebody and certainly appreciate that. Now, our opponent does go for Shield of the Oversoul, and that's going to give it flying. So at this point right now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, man, if we can, hopefully, fingers crossed, we top deck a land. Because if they get in for another 9 damage, if they get any sort of additional power and toughness bonus on the Miststalker, that's going to be really hard for us. Steel Hellkite. Okay, well, at least we can just dodge a turn with Steel Hellkite. Let me make sure we're looking at this right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it's only going to be 6 mana. Yeah, let's go and push in with Sad Robot. Well, either way, might as well just leave Sad Robot, because they're not going to block on Sad Robot, and they'll just leave Eidolon to swing in. Yeah, we need to go Steel Hellkite. So we go Steel Hellkite. That's going to at least buy us an additional turn from our opponent swinging in. If they give it unblockable, they can certainly do something with that. But we at least need to, if they get any sort of power and toughness bonus onto their commander, that's not going to be good for us at all. Now, as far as this deck, there's some really nice additions in here, especially in the new set. I wouldn't have thought that War of the Spark would give us a ton of colorless options updates, but there's a lot in here. 3 Dreams. Search your library for up to 3 aura cards with different names, reveal them, and then put them into your hand. So let's see what's in store for us, but I'll talk about the new cards while they do that. So we did add 2 new lands to the deck. We have the Emergent Zone, which I think that allows us to pay 1 mana, sack it, and flash stuff in. They also have the, I think, Blasting Zone, which Unquestioned Authority, protects from creatures, has Trample, and then Ancestral Mass. So that is Flying Hexproof. So we can at least Ancestral Mass. We can stop 1 more combat step from our opponent with Steel Hellkite. Yeah, let's do that. So we're going to go Steel Hellkite. And I think they could have gotten down Unquestioned Authority. So shout out to our opponent for going for Ancestral Mass. Appreciate the funness of that. Let's see if we hit the land for the turn. Oh, Titan's Presence. We don't have it. So we can't exile a creature. We can go for Traxos, but we're going to have to spend a mana. Now, pretty much our only out is to crack Relic and hope that we run into Ancient Tomb. So let's see what we run into. We're going to exile everything. Kozilek. Okay, and that's not going to do anything. Let's go for Sunset Pyramid. We're going to remove a brick counter. but I don't think we're long for this world with Traxos. Crystal Vein, okay. A little late to the party, Crystal Vein, but yeah, that's not going to get it. So we're going to go and pass turn to our opponent. We're going to let them swing in to close it out, but good game to our opponent. But yeah, we added those 2 lands to the... I'll just talk about the new cards in here, because I'll probably start recording with Traxos again here in a little bit. But we added the 2 new lands to the deck, and what else? We added the new Ugin, 6-mana Ugin. We added the 4-mana Karn, the great content creator, or the great creator, but I enjoy imagining Karn having a YouTube video channel. I know it's kind of fun. I added those, so those 4 right there, and I think there's one more that we might have added. Let me see if I can't check my change list. Yeah, I think that was it. Yeah, we added the new Ugin, new Karn, Emergent Zone, and Blast Zone as a way to kind of get some, I don't know, nice little updates to the deck. So opponent's going to swing in. That's going to be a 25-25, and they're going to gain a ton of land, but that is going to be more than enough commander damage at that 34. So good game to our opponent. You can definitely see where Uril is just it's a big lumbering beast to fight against sometimes. So if you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. Thanks. Bye.